Good morning. Tove and I will be reading John 11, the death of Lazarus. A man named Lazarus, who lived in Bethany, became sick. Bethany was the town where Mary and her sister Martha lived. This Mary was the one who poured the perfume on the Lord's feet and wiped them with her hair. It was her brother Lazarus who was sick. The sisters sent Jesus a message. "Lord, your dear friend is sick."
When Jesus heard it, he said, "The final result of this sickness will not be the death of Lazarus. This has happened in order to bring glory to God, and it will be the means of which the Son of God will receive glory."
Jesus loved Martha and her sister and Lazarus. Yet, when he received the news that Lazarus was sick, he stayed where he was for 2 more days. Then he said to the disciples, "Let us go back to Judea."
"Teacher," the disciples answered, "just a short time ago the people there wanted to stone you, and you are planning to go back?"
Jesus said, "Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I will go and wake him up."
The disciples answered, "If he is asleep, Lord, then he will get well."
Jesus meant that Lazarus had died, but they thought he meant natural sleep. So Jesus told them plainly, "Lazarus is dead."
When Jesus arrived, he found that Lazarus had been buried for 4 days before, and many Judeans had come to see Martha and Mary to comfort them about their brother's death.
When Martha heard that Jesus was coming, she went out to meet him, but Mary stayed in the house. Martha said to Jesus, "If you had been there, Lord, my brother would not have died."
She went back and called for her sister Mary privately. "The teacher is here," she told her, "and he is asking for you." When Mary heard this, she got up and hurried out to meet him.
The people who were in the house with Mary comforting her, followed her when they saw her get up and hurry out. They thought that she was going to the grave to weep there.
Mary arrived where Jesus was, and as soon as she saw him, she fell at his feet. "Lord," she said, "if you had been there, my brother would not have died."
Jesus saw her weeping, and he saw how the people with her were weeping also. His heart was touched, and he was deeply moved. "Where have you buried him?" he asked them.
"Come and see, Lord," they answered.
Jesus wept. "See how much he loved him," the people said.
But some of them said, "He gave sight to a blind man, didn't he? Couldn't he not have kept Lazarus from dying?"
Deeply moved once more, Jesus went to the tomb, which was a cave with a stone placed at the entrance. "Take the stone away," Jesus ordered.
Martha, the dead man's sister, answered, "There will be a bad smell, Lord. He has been buried for 4 days."
Jesus said to her, Didn't I tell you that you would see God's glory if you believed?" They took the stone away. Jesus looked up and said, "I thank you, Creator, that you have listened to me. I know that you always listen to me, but I say this for the sake of the people here, so that they will believe that you sent me." As he said this, he called out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." He came out, his hands and feet wrapped in grave cloths and with a cloth around his face. "Untie him," Jesus told them, "and let him go."